the show. Ravi Mohan Mishra, if I could come to you, your thoughts. Do you think it's really important for us to go ahead with the board exams at this point in time?
Smita, first of all, I would say the concern of these students are really genuine first. There is definitely a fear that COVID is there and if we go outside, we might get infected. But having said that, if we rely on this, that okay, once vaccination will be completed and then we are going to conduct the board exams, so it is not going to be possible to vaccinate the entire country or entire student community in short span of time and conduct the exams, right? So what we should work on is, just making sure that these fears are not there. Students focus more on the studies and the COVID protocols are properly followed. I am not against that, these students must not be protected from the, pandemic. They must be. That's very important. Whenever we go outside, we are definitely having fear. But what is most important that we need to learn to live in the COVID times. We cannot postpone things forever. Because what I feel is that if we go into this strategy that everyone should be vaccinated for the exams, it will waste one complete academic year of the students. Let's say they have to go entrance exam for JEE or whatever. One complete year will be wasted because there will be a complete delay of around 1 year.
Okay.
So what I believe is that everyone must be properly educated. They must be informed that what is the importance of social distancing. They need to wear masks. What, basic things they need to follow. I used to fear a lot earlier. I tell you, I never went outside for 6 months after last year's lockdown. But slowly I started going out whenever important. I try to maintain whatever protocols are there. Even if I'm in a meeting, I try to maintain distance. I try to wear the mask always. And I feel, I'm gaining confidence that if I maintain the proper COVID appropriate behavior, we can definitely save ourselves.
Okay.
Definitely even after Isvita.
Ravi, so you were saying that self-responsibility also needs to kick in here. Nishta Gautam, come in on that. When you look at our education system, do you think it's really necessary to go ahead with these board exams now? Ravi says you cannot keep on postponing them because COVID is here. It's not just going to go away even if the vaccination strategy is rolled out with greater pace. Ravi Mohan Mishra, if you could step in and build on that, because at a time when the world has gone through so much, we have seen in India adopt to technology, shift the workplaces online. But is that the larger questions about what changes in education do we need? Is there a thinking that's happening there today?
Yeah, Ishita, I feel that the way forward, definitely if I talk about the education system, the online plus offline, completely online is also not so successful. If you talk to the students, they tell it is not effective. The peer learning is somewhere missing even if it is online. So the way forward definitely is a mix of online and offline. Like for laboratory experiments, you have to go to the lab, right? You cannot sit at home and do the, lab work. But if I talk about, the safety of the students, definitely they cannot be exposed too much across the year if the cases are too high. But we have to find a way where learning does not stop. I tell you, when I talk to many students, there are many who want to give the exams, right? They do not want to, again, be in the same class for one more year. It is good to say that why can't we change it overnight? It cannot be changed, right? There is a lot of, existing systems which are there. They cannot be changed overnight. So we need to understand the student psychology also, right? They really want to go to the next grades. And what I believe last year also, 3 exams were not taken. Somehow the mechanism was adopted and students were promoted, given marks into these subjects based on the internal discourse. So I do not think some kind of stern measure will be taken that no, you have to give the exam even if pandemic is there. You have to give all the papers. Some kind of mechanism will definitely be evolved, and I think the discussion we are doing here, this thing is going to give them a lot of inputs. The government will get a lot of inputs what they should do to ensure that the majority students and their families are not at risk, and also they actually go to the next grade and they plan their higher educations.
Okay, Ravi Mohan Mishra, Gayatri ji, and also Anubha, please stay on with me because from you. But Ravi Mohan Mishra, a final comment from you, because there are also those students who come in from economically weaker sections, poorer sections. For them, switching to online mode of education also hasn't really been a comfortable or an easy one. So even to appear for these exams is equally tasking for them.
Yeah, obviously, Sivita, the preparation, if I talk about, definitely, even if they came online, then it was not so easy for them first to completely switch. And then again, in school, there is a different kind of atmosphere. I have learned from a government school, from Uttar Pradesh, right? So we used to learn by basically discussing with other peers in the schools, right? In online, though there is discussion, but I don't think it is that enriching or having that experience that you can have when you are actually interacting physically. But still, I believe that online has at least solved this problem, that you have access to the quality content, that even if you are searching on YouTube for something, let's say you are not getting a concept of triangles, and you search on YouTube, you are going to get thousands of wonderful videos from where you can learn. So
Right.
if somebody has devoted time in learning, I think they must be prepared. That's not a big issue. The health is a concern that must be taken care of. But we must also understand, Smita, one thing, that the 12th marks are so essential, 10th marks are so essential, that if you go to the CAT exams, the IMs actually consider 10th marks and 12th marks. And then they decide whom to call and whom not to call. So the marks actually go throughout the life with you, right? I scored less marks because I was from a state board, and I felt many a times during college and MBA entrances that these marks are really crucial.
Okay.
So when we talk about internal assessment, when we talk about external assessment, what is more important, that there should be a fair mark is given to the student. The external exam was conducted in 10th and 12th because of the same reason, so that students are not identified and given lower or higher marks, right?
Okay.
There used to be anonymity, so that they are actually evaluated based on what they have written in exam.
Right,
So,
that's a very important
lot of
reminder,
factors are there, yes.
RaMo Sir, that there should not be any favoritism in these internal assessments or biases that come into play. Appreciate you finding time to be on People's Editor with us.